This music is so dramatic, even though it's just stream background. But it sounds like a Frodo trying to keep his feet on the ground when he has a magic ring that's like the most magic, but he just disappears. But that's one of his greatest fears. Mr. Samwise, can you help me? Oh, don't worry, I'll play some more video games. I got it all set up. We'll talk long and hard about Mario 3. Okay, why can't I change the word tonight to now without it being difficult? Bang. Enter button. Let's go 80s cartoons. Alright, and whilst I hit the post button, Space of Goons. Well, this is pretty much a Tori Amos song, I believe. Don't know the words though. Anyway, any 80s cartoons you would like to suggest? Where's my chat monster? There we go, chat monster. Ready. Intense music. Miracle of Sounds presents Vistas. You're listening to Vistas right now. Next, we're going to launch the theme song to this show, right, Ripples? Ripples? I said stop the music. Hey, sweet angel.
No.
Shh. Play the intro, please. Thanks, lady. Oh no, my category. You're right, Patrick. Oh no, I didn't click away. Boop. All right. Hey, different setup and a whole new chair. Penguin still sitting right down there. Don't look at me like that. It's just a little theme song. Just a little theme song. Moved things around, rewired everything. You can't see up there, but there's some nice fun lights. And as Patrick suggested, I should change the if I knew how to. How do I make a new tab in this phone? And then I go, oh, there it is, to restream.io, and I change my title. Let's draw 80s cartoons. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, 3 exclamation marks. That's right. Let's get nuts. Update all. We'll draw in a second. Don't give me your dirty looks. How do I get back to the other one? All right, here we go. No, Rainbow Bright sounds good. As a suggesto, I will house ever. The crazy thing about this setup is the fact that I'm like, oh, I need like a little table right here, sorry, to put my drink on. Even though there's a shelf right here, I moved the chair at the last minute, so this is super far away. And Subway Fresh. Oops. I got a table right here. So I don't know what my problem is. All right, buffered. Category is still Super Mario 3. Masvenia. Change my category. I'll go to Twitch. Yeah. Click on my dashboard channel thing. View dashboard. Edit button. Here we go. And what is it called now? It's just called like art. There we go. And save. Oh, I could add tags. Drawing, illustration, fan art. Basketball players? No, that should be good. Oops, not AMA. Although most people seem to feel free to ask me anything. And now, there. Patrick, your majesty. All the things that don't matter are up to date. Let's get my phone up to the side. Put the camera on this. Seriously, phone? Oh. Phone knew what it was doing the whole time. Alright. Anyway, what were we talking about? I have to look up what a Rainbow Bright looks like because I didn't watch Rainbow Bright because I'm a boy, Space Goonie, and when a boy in the 80s watches Rainbow Bright, he gets murdered by all the other boys. Even though they're probably watching Rainbow Bright, but they can get away with it because they have sisters, but I don't. So I'm like, hey, what's this Rainbow Bright all about? None of your business. And don't you go looking, all right? First rule of Rainbow Bright Club, don't look at Rainbow Bright Club. But if you do, don't talk about Rainbow Bright Club. Like, all right. Don't need to upset you, Major Penguin. So first, we'll go to the internet. Not Safari, Firefox. It's too late. It's too late. I don't have to do anything, but I must. Phenomenal cosmic power. Itty bitty living space. Gotta do it. Alright? You want some of column A? Or you want all of column B? Are you in the mood? Whoop. No, I'm in the mood to help you, dude. You ain't never had a friend like me. Can your friends do this? Can your friends do that? Can your friends pull this? At the little hat. Can your friends go alakazam, zip, zan, boom, make a sucker disappear? RAINBOWBRIGHT. It's a learning episode. We're learning how to spell some things. Oh, I missed something. Oh no. Laser Sharks is here. Hey, Laser Sharks. I thought Patrick just lost his mind and was just like, hey, little shark. He just says that to everybody all the time. Oh, Rainbow Bright, you're already creepy on your own. What a creep. Okay, Rainbow Bright, you've got a lot of colors. Rainbow Bright. Oh, you're weirder than the others. Your hair is crazy. I don't understand. How do you get your hair to look like that man? Let's find a good one. We don't want slutty Rainbow Bright costumes. So weird looking. Alright, I'll just throw this one on. None of these look like they're from the show, but close enough. Oh, she gotta be horrible. This character isn't getting better. Ha ha. Hammer works. Yeah, you'd still read the text. That's fine. Doing a bunch of adjustments with the stream. Oh, the other thing I did was make a bunch of notes of stories to remember to tell because they're way over there. Yeah, I just typed in art. It said art/creative, so close enough. This is just art. Wonder if I can change to two categories: art and stories. Story art. Oh, I think I have to go this way. Close enough. All right. Rainbow bright. What powers do you use to fight? Okay. Do 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 do. Whatever. Labels are meaningless. Labels are meaningless. But stories last forever. So, um, I don't know. If they're weird enough that I can get away with making a book of copywritten characters, then maybe. I think you can kind of get away with that, but also it might be a good idea to be like, hey, check out this book I made. Somebody sue me, put me in the news, and then we'll sell some other books because I got other books. I just need some eyes on those other books, right? Right? Good boy. Um, But anyway, story wise, what has happened? Some crazies moved out, and in an odd twist, there's a weird serendipity John Cusack connection to some of the new people that moved in. Um, I guess that's like romantic, not at all in a romantic way, in a creepy, weird way. Creepindippity. There we go. So Uh, tempted to go chronologically, but can't quite remember when and how everything. Okay, let's start with this. We'll start with the start and move right along. Something about doing something wrong. So a long time ago, many streams ago, I was like, "Hey guys, I don't really exercise enough, so I joined the gym that's like next door. Blah 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 blah. It's great. I lazily exercise every once in a while, and it's wonderful. All right, this hair is like way too small. There we go. Such weird hair. So anyway, I mentioned the fact that I'm like, hey, I went to the gym, so I'm just gonna eat some junk food. Hey, we're gonna go to the gym, so I'm gonna go eat some junk food, and like it kind of evens out. But the thing about doing that was I was mostly going, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go to the grocery store instead, or first, and get junk food and eat it all, and then eventually go to the gym, and then go to the gym like once a week, and then eat all the worst foods in between them. Like, I never used to eat like this. Only since I joined the gym and stopped going. Octopus monster in Laser Shark's house. So then around the beginning of this month, I was like, well, this is ridiculous. Not even my like loose pants really fit. What's going on here? Something doesn't add up. A mystery to solve, which, you know, super easy to figure out. Just, hey, I work out for 5 minutes and then I eat for 700 minutes and it's all just sugar and chips. Like, this is BANANAS. There go the cops. Don't understand this hair. Oh god, if I was an animator on this show, I would have quit animation forever. Anyway. Doing a weird version anyway. So it's fine. So, what I did was took a post-it note. Hey, where did it go? Oh, there it is. All right, I guess I still got to go to the gym. And I wrote like 1 to 30 on it, kind of calendar style, with the days on it and everything. Hey Curtis, why did you just get a nap? There's 1,000 naps. Yeah, I know. I've already been made fun of for that. I don't want advertisements when I'm already going to the gym. I'm just like, the TV is 6 inches away from my face. It's just a big advertisement for my favorite pizza place in town. Like, my favorite pizza is just melting right in front of me, and I don't know what to do about that. And then the next one is just like, you know what's great? Probably Snickers. It is. It sure is. Mars bars, also fantastic. Have you thought about McDonald's lately? Most of the time, honestly. Well, should I think about it now while I'm at the gym? You definitely should. Maybe you should go there. It's like, why can't I cover up or smash all these TVs? I can hear somebody going, hey, hey, hey. But I think they're outside and it has nothing to do with me. Why would it have anything to do with me? No. So anyway, the gym's always doing that to me, and that sucks. I don't think so. I think it was a knock outside. Yeah, like they're just down below the just below my window right here, knocking around. Somebody's got to get something, and then they'll be right back. So whatever. I'm like, all right, if I'm going to go to the gym, I need I need it to do. I gotta look. People are just screaming, and it's too crazy. I gotta find out. Let's go intermission mode for a second, Ripples. discover on my travels? Fix the curtain. Peeked out that window. Peeked out around there. And, cookie dough sounds great. What I discovered was the best way, as we all know, to have a conversation with somebody. If you want to have a conversation with somebody, whether it's important or not, the best way to exchange information is, of course, to park. I don't know, like two or three spaces away in a parking lot. Why not my parking lot? And yell to each other while your cars are running in the rain. You're probably getting all of the words real clear and no one's going to misinterpret anything. That's the best way. You know, if I could help everyone in the world out with just helpful advice every once in a while, today's helpful advice is the best way to communicate information is either in a separate running car than the person you want to talk to, or go into a bathroom with a couple, like as long it has more than one automatic hand dryers. If it has one, don't even bother. Don't even, just cancel that friendship. It's not worth it. All right, you can't make it happen. Go into a bathroom. There's two to four hand dryers. Bang, 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 bang. Then have a good conversation. That's how information is passed. Or go into my backyard and scream it at somebody. Oh man, learning is fun. Like a reading rainbow. So anyway, I was like, gotta go to the gym. Made a little chart and started checking off the days. I'm like, let's see if I can check off most of the days in May. That's today. That's this month. And then I'll feel normal again. I know that I'll feel normal again instead of going to the grocery store and getting 3 big bags of chips. I'll go to the gym and then I'll turn around after the gym and come back instead of going to get 3 more big bags of chips. I don't know why. For some reason I thought that said, I love having cookie dough I could eat. One of these days, I don't know, I'll get a big amp and crank up the reverb and have a lot of fun with just being the ghost of the neighborhood, just like the guy across the street there, or across the parking lot. So anyway, the point of that whole story is now I have this checklist, and again, going to the gym isn't like, I'm going to the gym. It's like, hey, I'm going to go for a walk at the gym for a little while, maybe do a machine or two again because, even things out for real for once. What are you, Rainbow Bright? Sort of space wizard? Ooh, I like that. Coming up next, we've got Basic Ghost Reverb with their smash hit, Ooh. ×3, because of the echo. You get it? In the brackets it says ×3. And then they're just like, oh. And everything has just way too much reverb. Everything sounds like an empty warehouse. So anyway, yeah, I just find it super annoying now that I'm like before I was like, how do people reach that limit where it's like, hey, my pants used to fit, and now I'm just done with it. I give up. I'm just gonna get 5 everything extra sizes, and I just give up. Oh, there's a chair story as well. Part of all of this. somehow everything just links together. I think I'm probably the link in all the stories. I don't know. I haven't taken time to figure it out. Anyway, So then it's just like when I don't go one day, I'm like, yeah, that's fine. If I don't go 2 days, it's like, well, that seems insane to not check off 2 days. Like that just seems like an insane thing to do. Who would set up a list like this and then just not check it off? Only a crazy person, and I set it up, so I have to do it. So there's definitely days where I'm like, I wasn't even tired yesterday. Why didn't I just go over? Why didn't I just go to the gym and do that? Like today, I was like, I'm definitely not going to the gym. I'm exhausted, and I got to do a stream. But I also wanted to test, hey, do I have it set up and streamlined enough now that I can do the stream and have it set up and not be like, oh, does anything work? Is everything broken? Like I usually am. And let's test that by leaving and coming back and seeing if everything is fine. And for the most part, it was. Still hearing really distracting weird noises from people. So anyway, I made this list, and I was super in the mood for Subway. I'm just like, I just want to go get some Subway. But whatever it was, like I either like just ate unhealthy stuff that day already, or it was like really got to go to the gym. And if I go to Subway, I'm just going to go to Subway, and then we're going to come home and not go to the gym. So thanks to this stupid little checklist, I'm like, all right, I can't go and get a stupid sandwich because I'm too lazy to make my own food right now unless I go exercise. So I did. Hey, Silent Army 6060. It's the silence of the armies. They know where they're from, but they will never tell you, 'cause silence is number one. 6060. So this particular day, I was like, all right, like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna earn myself my own Subway sandwich by my own rules that I'm creating right now. Went over to the gym, felt great, stayed there even maybe a little bit longer than I was planning. And like, this is good job, me, and everything's wonderful. And I feel like I'm better than everyone, which is, the real reason to exercise. What is going on? So I did my work. I did my gymming. Thanks for the follow, Silent Army, and the host as well. Whoa. That was weird. That was the host music, but no animation popped up for some reason. Subway is like, just past the gym, like, another street away, no big deal, a few minutes, I finish my gym and I could walk over to Subway. Nothing crazy. Almost, I don't think I have any weird gym stories so far in the quite a few times I've gone there, and it's like, this seems like where more weird stuff would happen rather than my own apartment. So anyway, pretty excited. Not even going to get anything crazy. Just going to go get a simple little turkey sandwich. Haven't had one in a long, long time. Start to walk up. I do my best, Army. And and there's a car there, and it's a Monday or a Wednesday. I can't remember which. It wasn't Tuesday, but it definitely wasn't later in the week. It was very much at the beginning of the week, which again, there are no real rules to, hey, when you getting drunk this week? Depends on my job and when I can afford to be hungover, etc. So, yeah. Yeah, if anything, I would never say, Laser Shark's like, hey, you know where's a great place to eat food in order to lose weight? It's not Subway. It's not Subway. They're just bread sandwiches, nice, thick, juicy bread. That's where I go because the bread is delicious. Definitely like that. That's why it was here's a treat instead of going home and making my chicken salad or whatever other weird things that I put together. But and also just that whole Jared thing. Drink fresh. So the weird part, if I could get to that eventually, because this is how I tell stories, the long way. No. Sorry, I'm just thinking too much. Oh, it's a total house of lies. I think I told another story about Subway before. That's not my story. It's a comedian's awesome story about getting a job as Jared's unhealthy brother that eats the unhealthy sandwiches so they can sell the unhealthy sandwiches. That's pretty much the only, that's the whole story, I guess. So, I walk up to the Subway. I didn't walk that far. It's not a big deal, not super far out of my way. I've done it 1,000 times. Most of the people there recognize me like, hey, you're not getting the chicken bacon ranch melt this time. Like, no, I don't always get the same thing. Just so happens that's what I get when you're here, guy. Oh, the meats are so tasty there. The Anyway, oh yeah, I already said that. So, not judging what day of the week people get drunk, but I was kind of like, I'm not sure who's driving this car, and I don't want to get involved with these people, so I will just try to walk into Subway and ignore that this is happening. But there's a car with like 3 people in it and 1 person not in it. And she is like kind of coming and going towards away from the car in a a standard, very standard drunken confusion. Nothing, in the realm of my normal weird stories. This is all just 100% like, when you go to Subway and there's a drunk girl there, yeah, we all know. So, because I'm a weird safety maniac, I'm also like inspecting the car of like, okay, is anybody in this car not drunk? 2, is this girl who is clearly crazy drunk the driver? Because they're all still kind of moving around in the car. I don't know what's going on, but one of them seems like they might not be drunk. Excuse me. But they're busy being upset with somebody on a phone. I assume either the babysitter or the father of the child or something around those, or maybe somebody else completely different that just needs to be taken care of. But it sounded like, hey, I don't know what that means. Did I mention something about a fry man? Okay, sorry, it's hard to think about emotions and talk at the same time. The Let's call it the onslaught of interaction. Happened when I got close enough to the car where I'm like, all right, everything's fine. I'm gonna walk right by this car and these people that are talking about whatever it is they're talking about in whatever level they're talking about it, and I'm just gonna get a sub. I'm just gonna get a sub. Maybe I'll be in and out before they even make it in there. Maybe they've already been there. This might not be any of my concern. I'm not going to have a weird conversation with overly drunk people in a parking lot. I'm just not. I'm not gonna have to do that today. Right? Right. So, start to walk up to the subway door. And then she starts to walk up to the subway door like, what's going on? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? You could have walked up to that door at any amount of time in the 10 minutes it took me to walk up here and I could see you. And then you could have waited till after I walked by, but no, we're going to Subway together all of a sudden. You got a bunch of friends there, but we're going to Subway together. And you're gonna talk to me all the way to the door. Great, fantastic. So she's just like, wah, Subway, something. Like, what is going on? Why are you not using words? And then I realized what she's saying is something that she must have already known, and I don't know. She thought that I was the key master to help get her to Gozer. I forget who goes to where, but I was not. And get to the door, and there's a sign that just says like the drive-thru is open, and I'm like, I don't understand this. I don't understand this sign. Suddenly, I feel as drunk as this drunk girl. Yeah, of course the drive-thru is open. I didn't drive here though. I walked from the gym. I was getting exercise, and then a part of the reward is walking some more with a sandwich, and then not driving because it's so close and I don't need to drive. And now you're like, hey, sorry, dog. If no shirt, no shoes, no car, no sandwich. Like, when did you add car to that list? When did you add car to that list? So I'm like, well. I have food at home. There's still a grocery store. It's not late. It's not the middle of the night. It's long before any time when they close things down. And I don't know, maybe because I'm where I'm from, and I've taken the word of excessively drunk people before, and for some reason I'm like, hey, the drunk people are yelling information. Let me use that information maybe. So they're like, no, like you can go through the drive-thru. I'm like, I don't have a car. I'm going home. Like, no, you can go through the drive-thru. Like, I don't want to face you people anymore. I'm going to walk around the other way. So I'm either going to walk through the drive-thru, which I don't think I'm going to do, or I'm just going to go home and go around. So I'm like, all right, cool, thank you. So I turn around and start to go, and then she's coming along with me yet again, like, I don't know why. You have 3 friends. I think there might be a 4th person in there. I don't know. Whoa! Pat Prez subscribed. Speaking of subs, thanks for the sub. Speaking of subs, thanks for the sub. Oh man, Subway song. It's a Subway song, but sign popped in my head anyway. So I don't know what's going on at this point. Daryl, I'm terrified. I'm gonna assume that that's the Rainbow Bright, her Green Lantern Corps thing. I've never heard that before. Like I said before you got here, I never watched. Oh, that's the theme song. Okay, cool. I do not remember Rainbow Bright at all. I'm pretty sure I might have seen an episode. Do not recall it, but. Rainbow Bright, see the shining light. Yes, I'm gonna take you to Rainbow Bright. Starlight flies right before your eyes, and rainbow colors will cheer you up. Magic light gonna take you for a ride. Magic light gonna take you for a ride. All right, right there. I'm a light bright. I had a light bright. I loved light bright. So she's following along. The whole time, I'm just like, why is she so familiar? Like, there's something like I definitely know this person, right? Like I know this person, but I don't know this person. She's definitely too young of a person for me to know, but I recognize this person for some reason, and I can't figure out why. Mostly, I'm thinking, is that I can't remember her real name, Caitlin. I was like, is that Caitlin? It can't be Caitlin. She wouldn't be in this province. She's like 2 provinces away. And why would she be drunk in a parking lot down the street from my apartment? It's just correct. It's too insane. But I think that's it. I think you just remind me of this person anyway. I'm gonna go walk around Subway trying to avoid you, and she's just like, "You're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. Where are you even going? You're going the wrong way." Like, you guys kind of just pointed me in this direction, and I'm like, "Cool. Don't want to upset the drunk people. I'm gonna go in their direction, and then I'll just disappear like the shadow because that's what you do to I could easily look up the song. I've got an iPad and a phone and computers. There's a multitude of ways. I'm sure when I hear it, I'll probably have a flash to slightly remembering hearing it, but I definitely don't really know it. So yeah, she's telling me I'm going the wrong way, and I'm like, how am I walking around a building in the wrong way? But then she's just like, I have to pee. Like, okay. I'm still gonna try to get a sandwich. Thankfully, there's no Google machine in here listening to me and playing all the things that I say out loud. All right, see you later, Silent Darby. Sorry, I didn't understand your Fry Guy reference. Did you mean the McDonald's? The McDonald's Fry Guys? I don't have a whole lot of thoughts on them. I used to love them when I was a kid. Um, so we're heading towards kind of the back of the building, basically, but it's not really like, hey, there's the back of the building, you're in the woods, here's a great place to pee. It's more like, that's where the security cameras are because that's where they keep stuff, and that's where the drive-through thing is, like the box, and then the window, so you're kind of getting closer to places where you're just going to be peeing in public. And also, why are you walking beside me then? You're the one who knows you have to pee. I don't know that you have to pee. So none of this is in my court. And I realize that when you're in drunk mode, your mind, switches down to kind of baby mode. So somewhere in the zeitgeist in your mind is somebody needs to take care of me. It's probably you, and I've forgotten that I was just following you. Like, okay. And it's not very long walk for a whole lot to happen, a whole lot of conversation. Um, but she is just like I have to pee. Like, all right, well, this is not the way to do that. This is not the way to. I thought you were also seeking subs, but you're not. So I would go any other that direction, like from here all the way over to there. It's just like it's nothing but lights and businesses and cars, and over to your right. It's like darkness, some trees, fence, stray cat. I don't know, maybe get your friends to park around back, go behind that car. I don't know. I'm not a pea scientist over here. Why am I coaching this strange girl into where and when and how she can pee? I'm just looking for a gym reward sandwich. Just a sandwich. Just a sandwich. All right, that's all I want, lady. That's all I want. So I start to go around. She finally is like, well, I'm going to go pee. And then she goes off in the other direction as if it's just like, when you're being a shitty boyfriend and you're not agreeing with. You don't want to do with what your girlfriend wants to do. And then there's that moment where it's just like, well, I'm going to do it anyway. And especially when, when in a drunken situation, yeah, this thing bounces pretty good. Let's go 0.5. Oh, that's magnetic. How about that? I'm not a urologist. Eurobisotysons. So finally she goes off to pee and I walk around the building and I'm just like, okay, cool. Now I just have to kind of keep going in the other direction and I don't have to deal with people ever again. But I'm still looking for a sandwich and I'm a little bit crazy. And I am walking by the box. Maybe they're expecting people to walk through. Maybe it happens all the time. In Miramichi, where you guys are, people are constantly getting excited about dragging furniture through the drive-thru on a snowmobile, so whatever. This isn't that crazy. So I walk by, I maybe stop for 4 seconds and go, hello? Hello? Can I have a sandwich? And there was nothing, of course, so I just kept walking. And I could see when I walked by, like the windows, they were nowhere near, like, oh, you guys are done tonight. You guys are just done. I don't know what's going on, but something's not working, so you guys are taking full advantage. I have food at home. No big deal, Subway. You win this round. But then, just as I got out of sight of those people, and genuinely thought, damn it, were they too drunk to drive? Should I've jumped in that car and said, I'm taking you wherever you guys need to go, and I'll walk home from there because you're gonna kill somebody? While feeling responsibility for everybody in the world for a minute, as I do every once in a while, I realized, I know who she is. I see her all the time. I go to this restaurant all the time, and I sit and I draw weird stuff like this, and that girl, and I'm gonna say 2 of the other staff that works there at least. They notice that I draw stuff. They always kind of come over like, oh, you're drawing again. Like, you draw good. We like you drawing. Okay, cool. Like, headphones on. I don't mind. Just, they're nice people. But yeah, then I felt really, like I didn't go, like usually on the weekend, I go to this place and get some food as my weekend treat and sit down, do some drawing. If the weather's nice, especially. No! So then I'm like, well, now she probably won't remember that. But in my head, I just pictured like, ugh, I'm gonna go in there. If she is working, then she's gonna be like, oh, I recognize you as the person who I was trying to pee around, and I'll be like, yeah, I remember now too, so I'm gonna wait a little while so everybody forgets. But yeah, I'm sure she's not peeing on dishes or food or her hands. We all pee in weird places at weird times at some point in time in our life. I feel like we just usually don't involve random strangers that are trying to get a sandwich. But speaking of new chairs that aren't red, I still got one red chair left, but one of them, like, all right, you're out of here. You're out of here. You're like a 15-year-old chair, and you've never been comfortable, and you're only getting worse. So you're going. And Saturday, nice day. That wasn't a good peace story. That was the worst peace story ever. Um, but general Truro Adventures story. Uh, Saturdays, I will often go down to the farmers market, wander around town, secondhand stores and whatnot, and also go to my restaurant and have enjoy my sushi and have a great day. That's the whole story. It's followed by a lady who wanted to pee. Um, so I set out as I normally do, and before I left, I'm like, okay, these red chairs. Maybe this is the weekend. I just deal with it. I'm just gonna deal with it. Maybe I'll go to the furniture store later. I'll go some different places, see if I can find an actual comfortable chair to replace these red chairs, so I can actually sit in this room at some level of comfort. Because it's why am I spend so much time sitting on these uncomfortable chairs. Um, they have all kinds of stuff in Truro. Um, Plenty of chairs in Truro. So I went down to the farmers market. It wasn't anything special. I was like, nothing here. I don't care today. I don't want to eat any farmers market food today. I'm gonna keep on walking, and I'll probably go get sushi later. Do 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 do. Um, Out on the street, and there are these I'm gonna say older people. There's older than me at least, trying to move like a couch out of this like kind of very awkward doorway. And I stopped and I was like, oh geez, like because they were kind of wedged in the door, and I was like, do you guys need some help? You look like you're stuck. And also like that's just clearly a difficult spot if you're trying to go in there. I didn't want to say like no offense, but one of you seems like you might be too old to do this, and I can't decide which one of it, which one of you it is. And not that I'm like Mr. Tough Guy, but I think might have slightly more energy than one of you two. And then as I start to ask them if they need help, the door kind of closes, and that's what I think. Like, oh, see, you need help. You can't even get this. You can't. You're stuck. And I didn't say that. I'm just like, okay, I'm not crazy. Just convincing myself it was okay to approach these people. So anyway, yeah, the lady's just like, oh no, like that was it. Like we were just stuck on that door. We just got out or whatever. She's like, but thanks so much. I'm like, oh, okay, you're going out. I was like, all right, I thought you were going in which case, like, yeah, like that place is ridiculous. Because I used to live there like 15 years ago when I lived here. And she's like, oh my God, like that's crazy. I was like, yeah. I was like, I couldn't walk by and know that you guys were trying to get something up those stairs, knowing that I've done it before, and they're just, there's no room, they're very steep, and they're just awful. Like I definitely had times at the top of those stairs where I'm like, I don't think I can go to school today. These stairs are too steep. Like I just can't do it. I've been like that my whole life. I've definitely, in my childhood had stairwells where I'm like, I'm going to have to go play for a little bit longer until I forget that I'm terrified of these stairs, and then I just walk down them without thinking about it, because it's too much. Too much. So the lady's like, oh my God, like, like, thanks for stopping, and, thanks for offering to help. Like, nobody ever does that. I'm like, yeah, I'm weird like that, I guess. I was like, but mostly, yeah. I was like, I used to live here, so I know what's on the other side of that door. She's like, oh, okay, yeah, like that's crazy. But we made it. Like, all right, cool. Like, see you later. Ended up talking to them for a few minutes. Here's how I can tell you how old those people were. the dude, the guy in this pair said the phrase, you're trying to eat on the patio, and, some effing rap music goes by with this effing and effing that and effing this, and like, I'm trying to eat over here, but the rap musics are playing. Like, you swore before you got to your complaint about swearing. You realize that, right? Of course, I didn't say that to him. I'm not that kind of a maniac. I just think about that, fun Alanis Morissette irony of you do the thing that you complain about. You might just be racist, guy. Sorry. Like, I'm almost positive there's been at least one day where I didn't go to college because I'm like, nah, I'm sick today. What? Yeah, I'll get over it. I know I always do, but these stairs just not. I mean, this stomach ache is just not going to work today. Did you say stairs? No, I'm not weird. You're weird. So then she was like, "Oh, I knew there's of course there was some sort of connection, some sort of blah blah blah. There always is. It's such a small town, everybody." I'm like, I'm not from here. I only lived like a few places in this town. Um, but anyway, first furniture incident of the day, also connected to a place that I used to live and moved furniture in and out of. Whatever. I don't know. And then, go wandering around town for a little while, and then eventually go to the really good secondhand store where I got most of the stuff in here. It's usually it's either real good or real terrible. And I honestly, like I mentioned at the beginning, was like, I could really use a little table instead of this big heavy one, so I could leave a pushback against the wall over there. And there'll probably be one there. I'll take a look for like $5, like that. That's fine. Walk around, do 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 do. Weird guy says something weird. Another weird person says something weird. Not really memorable. Just odd things. No big deal. But then there it is, like King Kong in a Jurassic Park. Just hey, what's that? What's that? Is that like the exact chair that I'm kind of looking for in a secondhand store? Like, I'm about to go maybe pay upwards of $300 to $400 for a chair, like maybe not including delivery, hopefully at least including delivery, but a real, just a simple, small, nothing too crazy, but a comfy chair I can sit and play video games in and do streams. But then there it was. And it had a little, piece of paper taped to it that said $30. So I'm like, all right, cool. This must be disgusting. Doesn't seem disgusting on the level. Pushed on it, no dust. People definitely cleaned it before they brought it here. I was smelling it, jamming my face in it, like it's either gonna get worse or it's gonna get better. And I'm like, all right, just smells like couch. Everything's fine. There's a few little little cat scratchings up the back. I'm like, it's actually less cat scratchings than the red chairs. So still a level up from the red chairs. And again, $30. $30. Oh, Patrick's. When we're in the virtual world, you'll be the first one. You'll be the first one. Hey guys, check it out. Got the 6-arm upgrade. Pfft, don't know what I was thinking about before this. 6 arms or no arms at all, honestly. 2, what a waste of everyone's time. But anyway, just seen this chair, thought like, this is kind of great. It seems okay. Has this weird little pillow thing. And I'm like, other than I was like, I don't want a purple chair. I guess I could cover it. The cover will probably cost as much as a new chair. But I was also thinking, if I go to the furniture store, yeah, they'll deliver it. but it's not gonna. I'm not gonna get it for like probably a few weeks, and I kind of want it now. I want comfort this weekend. Selfish, selfish, selfish. So while I'm considering whether or not to get this $30 chair, is it worth it? And technically, yes. Even if I brought it home and threw it in the dumpster, still worth $30. Going to a movie costs about that. You don't come home with a chair. No, not at all. I am from Cape Breton. So I managed to basically convince myself I don't feel like moving a chair today. I don't want to find out whether or not I can fit this chair in the hatchback, and I still haven't gotten my sushi yet. I'm going to go for a walk and get some sushi. And if I buy this chair, then I have to deal with getting this chair home. Yeah, basically. um, so, fairly solidly in my mind, I'm not getting this chair. All right, I'm going to keep walking, do my day, and then maybe I'll end up at the furniture store, have them deliver me a new chair that I don't have to think about how disgusting this thing may or may not be. And as I'm literally starting to leave, like I am, all right, decision made, I'm leaving, I'm done. There's another guy there, he's just like, it's a pretty nice chair. I'm like, yeah, it's real comfy, like hard to walk away from that. Like it kind of is, but if you're gonna take it, that's fine, but clearly you're not. I don't know why. You're some sort of weird thrift store angel or thrift store Jiminy Cricket trying to convince me, like, maybe you should just get that. It's only $30. Like, I already know all the reasons I should, but I'm that is correct. Pissy Mittens. Except creepy and weird. So I managed to, like, you know what? This is fine, guy. Great to meet you. Here I go. And, like halfway into step number 2, like still like the slow, like, maybe I'll change my mind for some reason. Everything's slow motion, and then a guy's coming towards us from, like, there's, kind of set in different rooms, and there's like, this is the furniture room. So a guy comes in, he's got a piece of paper. It's got like some typing on it. It's got the word sold written on it. Like, he's gonna stick a sold sign on my chair. On my chair I just decided to walk away from. And he looks at both of us like, ha ha ha, like, not today, boys. I've got the thing. But he's not saying what it is. We're not saying what it is. And, I am, because the first thing I say, I was like, that better not be a sold sign for this purple chair. And he was like, oh, what? Purple chair? Oh, no. I'm buying that shelf over there. And I look at the shelf like, that shelf is garbage. Like, that shelf is absolute garbage. Don't say that out loud. And his name was Andrew Loomis, he said. I don't know how you knew that, Pissy Mittens. I have no idea. No, you just completely broke my brain by just writing the word Andrew Loomis. I don't know why that happened, but hi, welcome to the stream. Andrew Loomis, why would you doom us? We're just trying to buy a chair and have fun. So in that moment, I realize this is kind of funny, awkward, interesting. So he puts the thing on the thing, and I'm like, well then, uh, new friend that I'm talking to. I don't know why. I was like, I guess if I was prepared to fight you for the chair, I guess I have to go buy. I guess that's the decider, right? I should go just pay the $30 for this chair. I was ready, like in full defense mode. Like, how dare you? I was going to be offended for the rest of the day at losing out of this chair that I already given up on. Therefore, I haven't given up on it. So I gotta go get a sold sticker for this chair and then figure out or deal with the act of moving a chair by myself. So, do the thing, pay the money, here's your receipt, put this on the chair. Simple. The real story, he bought the chair. I did fight him for the chair, put it in my hatchback. He is somewhere laying in a parking lot still, as far as I know, and I don't care because I have the chair. I wish I could care, but I've got a chair. Your feelings don't matter because I have a chair. I just don't care. I have a chair. There's a cat in the hat that lives down there, but I have a chair, so I will not stare. You're loopy. You're loopy. I'm just rhyming with chair for no reason. Making a weird, dead-eyed, rainbow bright. And whatever. I guess I could continue with that story, but that's the best part of the story is I was going to fight a guy for it. I wasn't going to fight anybody, but just, oh, he's stealing my chair. And it's not that heavy, so I picked it up, moved it. Well, I guess I left. I stopped at Tim Hortons, got a breakfast sandwich, and then felt like, once again, like, oh, now I really have to go to the gym again. This is basically candy. It's delicious breakfast candy. I think, Patrick, if we reference the 80s cartoons All-Stars Against Drugs video, that I think Rainbow Bright was in that one as well. And I don't know. I don't know. So they all of those cartoons from our childhood technically exist in the same universe. If you're on drugs. But I don't think those guys ever crossed over. And I've watched a lot of Care Bears cartoons. Not even joking. Well, I assumed that Rainbow Bright was from another planet. Some sort of weird space being that lives in some space place universe. Are they just a bunch of bears that can bounce? Are they? Or are they bouncing here and there, bouncing everywhere? They're beyond compare. They're the gummy bears. How dare you? How dare you? But yeah, the whole gummy bears were basically the Smurfs by Disney. They're Disney Smurfs. What do we do? I don't know. We mostly designed bears. Give me a handful of those bear designs. They're Smurfs now. Well, what happens when they drink the Smurf berry juice? Take out the word Smurf. Just take the word Smurf out of everything. Just replace it with the word gummy. And wait, is this related to gummy bears? No, we got another lawsuit about that as well. All right, it's not Smurfs. It's not gummy bears. All right, but we're calling it the gummy bears. And again, just grab all Peo stuff. Word replace. Gummy, Smurf, good to go. Such an instigator. How did they go? Because yeah, it started with like the horse trotting in, and that nice shot of like Duke Igthorn or whatever, going to his castle. I just had that. Dun, 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 dun. Oh no. I'm already replacing it with Hercules in my head. It was like... Nope, that's Superman. No, still Superman. Damn it, I can't get it. But there was like some kind of horn intro anyway. Like, so-and-so's here. But yeah, I think most of those shows I think I just loved because of the theme song. Like I loved that song. I feel like, you know, in my head the animation was amazing, but I definitely have seen some some scenes since then and like, oh, it wasn't that amazing. But I really did just wait for them to bounce around. Like everything else in that show was just like, I don't care. I like the designs. I love the quick tunnels. I loved when they'd have to go when Zummy had to go or whoever it was. No. Ugh. Anyway, I think it was Zummy and Gruffy. They had to go to this other like secret old-timey gummy bear place where it's like, ooh, gummy bears don't exist anymore. And it was very Indiana Jonesy. It was like, this is the greatest episode ever, but they never have enough gummy berry juice. Why don't you just have tons of gummy berry juice? Spider-Man almost never runs out of web fluid. Go on those rules and bounce everywhere. But that was another one that I only saw every once in a while if we rented it or I was somewhere else where they had cable and watch cartoons and didn't say, you want to watch gummy bears? Get out of here, loser. No, but they're gummy bears. They're bouncing here and there and everywhere. High adventure that's beyond compare. They're the gummy bears. They're the gummy bears. Dun, 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 dun. No, still Superman song in my head. Anyway. Ooh. And fresh off of Packroyd's Fact Pack. Today's Fact Pack is jam-packed with facts that are not whack. Today's Packroyd Fact is Hallmark created Care Bears and Rainbow Bright and turned those greeting cards into shows. I always forget about that when you do watch something about old cartoons and what have you, and how, you know, we will sit there, and I don't do that anymore. or I try not to anyway, complain about the things of our childhood being ruined. Like, technically, I'm ruining Rainbow Bright right now. Like, this is wrong. This is creepy and weird. Wind is crazy. Because again, like, it still exists in the pure form that you enjoy or you think you enjoy, but it's just a memory, so it doesn't matter. Uh, but yeah, watching things and realizing, remembering that, you know, even that, we're just like, why aren't they making a good He-Man movie? Like, I would love a good He-Man movie. Like, that would be awesome. Um, like, how can they keep ruining it? And even like Ninja Turtles or a lot, so many of those things that were just like those delightful shows that we think like that was our childhood. That was like they weren't real. They weren't real shows. They were just toys that somebody was just like, hey, what if we combine these muscle men molds that we got over here? We make some turtle heads. We'll throw them together. I mean, that's not the turtle story, of course. They were a comic first, but like the He-Man and so many of those things that were just like Transformers, um, and Care Bears. So much of it had nothing to do with making cartoons, telling stories, nothing at all. It was purely, hey, somebody deal with this and make sure kids want to buy these things that we've already made. And it worked because, I mean, God, I went to the video game store the other day and it was all I could do to not buy a. Hey Matt, thanks for the sub. Thanks for the sub, so I can buy some grub. Um, and actually, yeah, if you go follow Packroyd's Transformer of the Day, Daily Transformer, I already forget what it's called, on Instagram. He'll write it right now. You get to see like all the Transformers action figure versions, all of them, like one at a time every day. It's, I don't know. I find it so fascinating because there's only ever been like a few Transformers that I ever wanted when I was a kid. I only ever had one, um, which was, I don't even know who he was to this day, but he was like a silver Porsche of some kind. I know he wasn't Sideswipe. I think I only wanted Sideswipe and Bumblebee, and of course Optimus. But it's like that's never gonna happen. But yeah, but Packard over there has some that are like, hey, we're just, you know, basically GoBot versions from whenever, and even new ones that are like that. But some they're just like, oh, the poses. They such good robot poses. Just trumps any transformation most of the time for me. But the fact that some of them have like cool, good articulation, and they still transform into a car. You know, I'm not much of a car person, but still always found that magical and amazing. Um, I don't necessarily even enjoy it when they turn into things that aren't cars. I think that's weird. Of course, you still have a rainbow. Ow! Ugh, rainbow bright doll. You maniac. Oh, that's what I was going to say. And that's why when I went to the video game store, I've seen it twice now. And Blue Streak? What a dumb name. I guess I had Blue Streak. But I thought it looked really cool. I could never transform it. What am I looking for? Eraser. But yeah, at the video game store right now at EB Games, you know, like a few weeks ago, whatever, when I said like, boom, like, all right, I got Ellie. That's all of the Jurassic Park. What are these things called again? Funkos, Funko Pop characters. That's it. I mean, I want them all, but I don't need any more. I'm not filling up shelves with those. It's just a thing. I'm just not doing it. And there's a Jane Jetson, where it's just like, it's always just been the best. Like, I just love that design. It just looks great. And it was like on the clearance shelf, whatever that was, and like, oh, how much could you possibly be? Like, I don't even care. You're not coming home with me, Jane Jetson. Yeah, you're not coming home with me, Jane Jetson. And they had Judy too. It was on sale for like $4 something, I think, like less than $5. And I walked away. Oh yeah, random all the way. Like, I mean, there was the Saved by the Bell ones, like they were on sale, and it was like, how can I leave? How can I leave this store without a Jesse Spano Funko Pop? Ugh. How do I sleep at night without a Jesse Spano Funko Pop figure? There's no way. There's no way, right? Like, and of course I can, and I will, and I did. Golden Girls, same deal. Like, why would I not buy the Golden Girls in these weird Funko Pop styles? Why? That's insane not to do that, right? And I didn't. So Bob Ross, check. A handful of the Jurassic Park crew, check. And an extra Jeff Goldblum from Independence Day, mostly because it's just, you know, me with a little piece of paper. Those stores are closed now. Run with us. We have everything you need. Run with us. We are free. Come with us. We've got passion in our eyes. Run with us. We are free. When darkness falls, leaving shadows in the night. Then no, it's not like Newfoundland. Knock on their door. I don't knock on the doors of people I know. I don't mind worrying. Follow me like a dinosaur. Oh yeah, I forgot to give her those little hand gauntlets. Yeah. How else do you go visit people? Like every time I've hung out with Space Goonie and Patrick, I've driven to their house, parked at the end of their street where they can't see me, and then I just keep texting them both until they're like, "Hey, you should come over. We've just been talking so long. You should just come over." And I'll be like, "All right, I'll be right there." And then I take as long as I can to go from the end of their street to there. I drive. I go to people's places, but then I don't go in. I just find a way to entice them. Kind of like a vampire. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what about catching a predator, but yeah, there was this helpful show. It was like I can't remember what it was called, but it was like Making Friends with Chris Hansen or something like that. I cannot remember. I think that was the name. Super nice guy. He would just be like, "Hey, you want some cookies?" And people are always just inviting people in to have some cookies and make friends. And I figured, yeah, that makes sense. I'll just wait for people to invite me in, and then I'll eat their cookies. Simple. Um, do do do. This marker's almost dead. As the Autobots wage their battle to defeat the evil forces of Rainbow Bright. She's assembled an army of rainbow forces and she's here to fight the Decepticons. She also doesn't care for the Autobots. Where's my cat? Oh, Daryl. Daryl. There's one. Hi, sweet angel. You okay? No, you're still dead? Alright, cool. Carry on. Yeah, they all dead. They all dead. But some of them still exist in cartoon form. And that's about it. And occasionally somebody will be like, "Hey, we got some cats over here. You should get a cat. Do you want a cat? It's cat time. Hey, you love cats." And I'm like, "Yeah, I do. I think cats are great." But I'm also very much enjoying this time in my life where there isn't a box filled with either turds or, because I clean it out meticulously and constantly, sand that kind of smells like turds. and that's great. It's kind of a great way to live without a box of dirt that somebody is waiting to poop in all day long. Oh my god, yeah. I could easily be a crazy cat lady. I don't like to go out. I feel bad if I have an animal at home and I leave it at home for any amount of time. Um, but yeah, I've had 1,000 cats, and I'm good. I'm good for a little while. I'm sure I'll end up with one eventually again, somehow, but I'm not gonna go looking for a cat. My friend was here, I don't know, like two weekends ago, maybe more, and she was heading down to Halifax area from here to go pick up a cat for her kids, but really it's just for her, and she even said that. And it was also her birthday, so I went and I got like some cat litter and some cat food, a litter scoop, and just some random stuff. Bubba Gump Yum! Thanks for following, Yum! Bubba Gump Yum! If you're hungry and you want some gump, Bubba's got what'll help you take a dump a few hours later after you eat it up, because that's the natural flow of things. 2 weekends ago, what am I looking for here? Green. Different green. Oh, this is a gross green. Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, so just doing that, of getting those few cat things, I'm like, oh God, thank God I'm not getting a cat right now. Like, that's just so much stuff. And again, when I do feel like leaving the apartment, I like that I can just leave the apartment and not feel like, is somebody here going to be sad that I left and maybe pee on my things? And also, none of my new furniture has scratch marks on it except for this secondhand chair. Like, just super great. And I ran into, don't remember, some random people somewhere, and whatever they were talking about, oh, it's still blue. Blah blah blah, new puppy or something, or getting pets. I don't know how or why. Maybe I was getting a haircut. Whatever it was, suddenly in a conversation with other people in the world, maybe it was here on this stream. Anyway, I said something along the lines of, hey, actually, like, for like the first time in my whole life, I got some furniture, and it's still in the same condition as when I bought it, because no animal just laid on it and was like, oh, by the way, there was a little bit of pee on my waiter. Now it's on your couch. Okay, goodbye. Like, now, of course, Burke still comes and hangs out here every once in a while. And yeah, sometimes, well, I'll put blankets on everything now. It's like, sorry, we don't live together all the time, dog. So you don't, I don't have that thing of like, pff, whatever. We both live here. You're an animal and I'm not. So compromises have to be made. I have to make them because you're not going to do it. So let's do our best to respect my stuff. Thank you. And he's pretty good and lazy nowadays, so it's much better. Let's try this red. But at the heart of it all, I like having a clean home. But I think I said to somebody one day, where I was like looking around at the plants and I'm like, you know what? Here's a helpful little proverb to get you through life and your day. If you ever look at your plants and say, not today, plants, I don't care. Or if you ever look at your plants and say, F off, because you don't feel like watering the 4 or 5 plants that you have, then you definitely shouldn't have kids. A good test, get 4 plants. And I'm not saying like, can you take care of them? Do you take care of them well? I'm saying that, do you have consecutive days in a row where you're like, no, I want to give those plants the finger because I don't want to walk back out to the kitchen, get water, put it in there, go back out, get more water, put it in the next one. Like, ugh. And children and pets are 17 times more effort. Yeah, she's had hard times. She's a mess. Like, I know I didn't talk about this on the stream, definitely on the podcast at some point in time. And I water my plants, but I'm just, like, after I give the plants the finger, I'm like, you're right and I'm wrong, and then I water the plants. Um, but yeah, I went into a store. I was at a gas station once, long time ago, and I guess they were clearly already having the conversation, and I just walked into it. This was like 2 girls behind the counter, and something like basically like, this baby is so much work, ugh. And in my head, I'm just like, yeah, obviously. And I think possibly a little bit out loud, I'm like, yeah, obviously. You haven't been a human being your whole life. You're stupid. Um, Damn it! Now I need that marker that was running out so I can match this up. But yeah, she says, "Oh, I just don't understand." It's just like, I just thought it would be so much more fun. I thought it was like a lot more fun, but it's just like, it's just all work. And I'm just like, like, good one. And she's like, yeah, I just don't know. Like, it's just, I thought you're just playing with babies all day, right? Like, when you hear something, then suddenly you're like, I don't know how to use words anymore. I don't know how to converse with you because you thought that having a baby just meant playing with a baby all the time. I guess, of course, that's why as so many people get puppies and cats all the time, because it is just like, I'm going to get a kitty. Then I'm going to play with this kitty all the time. And no, you're not. No, you're not. Because you're a human and you have a life. You're going to be doing a million other things. But also, that thing's going to poop. So you're going to have to clean up its poop. You're a poop scooper now. You're a person who deals with a wild animal's poop. And you decided that, and you paid money to ride that ride. And that's fine. That's fine. Everybody can do it. Do it as much as you want. Like I said, I've had lots of animals and only regret some of them. But I knew before they arrived, before I had them, like, all right, you're a bunch of chores. Like my first cat that was, my own cat when I lived on my own, somebody brought it to me. Daryl, our good friend Ron, showed up at the office. Here's a cat. I'm gonna need that carrier back when you bring it home. No thanks. Don't let it look at me. I don't want a cat. I got an apartment, and I'm the one who poops there. That's it. That's how that works. I have a clean apartment, and I poop there. And my furniture might not be the greatest, but it's fine. More blue. And he was like, no, and he made up a fake story. Like, we saw this old lady. she had this kittens, and she's like, she had to reach in the back and like, oh, this perfect kitten for you and your friend. And I'm like, oh, cool, yeah. So it's the Cave of Wonders kitten. Thanks. You're doing it. I'm just like, looks like you guys have two cats now, cause I'm not taking a cat home on the ferry. Also, stopping somewhere to get the rest of the stuff that I need, so it has a place to poop and eat and all the things. Um, yeah, I thought you had a lot of animals for some reason. I don't know why. I didn't think that. I thought two dogs for some reason, but you definitely seem like a multiple dog person. Ba-ding. I'm a little purple. And yeah, that's the worst part is, and like that was the reason like I don't want to get any of these animals on purpose because I'm like, I'm gonna love it and then it's gonna die. I'm gonna love it, it's gonna get sick. I'm gonna love it and it's gonna hate me. Like that cat that Ron gave me, that Vertigo, he's the only one who hasn't become a cartoon character for two reasons. One, he kind of hated me and he was a miserable monster always. Always, always. Like if you shut a door, he would throw himself against that door until you open that door. And I'm talking like I'm going to bed and he'll throw himself against the door until 7 in the morning. If you let him in the bed, just clawing at everything. It was just like, this is insane. This is insane. And so one reason, because like he's crazy. So he never really got made into a character. And the other reason is just sadness-wise. When he did finally die, was like, going to the vet, and the vet's all like, yeah, your cat's got a bunch of problems. Here's the thousands of things we're going to do to him. Hey, Grouchy Seller 91. To keep him alive a little bit longer for a minute. And it's just like, are you sure? Because he already hates me, and now you're saying we're going to do things that he's definitely going to hate more? Like, yeah, and it's not going to really make him feel better? Like, no, cool. Let's be done with this then. I didn't say it that way, of course. And yeah, it was just like the saddest, worst thing I've ever had to do, because it was just like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not a scientist, and you're almost dead. And like other cats, other animals. Let's not talk about putting down animals. But anyway, that's the other main reason why it's like, sorry, I can't make a cartoon out of you. You're the saddest. And the reason is because I kind of hated you a lot of your life. Like a monster. And then you died, and it's just like, well, this is garbage. This is garbage. Like, I hated you, and I feel destroyed by this. Like, this isn't fair. Like, you didn't even like me, and yeah, so like, I don't know. Like, I feel the worst about that one than any animal, because it was like I had a direct hand in it, and B, it was just like, I tried to be your friend for years, guy, for years, and you'd be my friend for a minute, and then you would just attack me. You'd just attack me. Like, sorry for walking in my own home. I don't know. I try to stay home a lot. But I don't know if you see me too much, or you're lonely. Meanwhile, Ripley, nope. Before she became the producer here, one day, well, we got a dog that I was, again, the same reason, just like, no, I don't want to get a dog because they're even more like babies and I'm going to care about it even more. And then one day it's going to have problems and that's going to destroy me. So how about I just live my life? No, all right, we got a dog. Cool. And the dog loved the cat. Loved the cat. Loved her so much. Just wanted to be friends with her so bad. The cat doesn't like being around anybody. One of my favorite things about Ripley was she'd just disappear. My friend Amanda never saw that cat, ever. Doesn't believe it existed. She mainly just came out when nobody was around, and she'd just come and snuggle, and then she would disappear at the slightest little hiccup in the day. But, you know, she never went anywhere outside of the house. But then, yeah, one day she just had enough of the dog, I guess, trying to be friends with her. The door was open, and she just walked outside, which she never did. Like, whenever she did go outside, she'd be like, whoa, like, this is nuts. Like, this is nuts. I don't know what these other cats and dogs are talking about. I'm going to go back inside. And that was nuts. Like, that was nuts. And like twice she went out and was gone for like, you know, an hour or so, 2 hours, and then came back. But yeah, this time she started to walk away, and it was the most bizarre, dramatic scenario. That totally distracted by messages now. Anyway, stop talking about dead cats. But anyway, yeah, she stopped and she looked back. It was a full little hobo moment, and it was just like, where are you going? And she just looked like fully. It was just like, like, my job is done here. Like, what was your job? Where are you going? Like, and then she just disappeared. Like, just walked into the bushes. Like, you've never gone that far before, Samwise. What are you talking about? And then she was just gone. Just gone. The text for the Rainbow Bright theme was gone, so I'd have to make it up. I just got a message from Moxie Fox. She didn't make it to stream today. She's helping out a kid who ran out of gas. She pulled over and everything. His girlfriend was supposed to call. Oh, what? Oh, the girlfriend was supposed to go with Moxie Fox to the gas station, but she was too shy. Just in case he murders me, he said he was from the Rapids, and I think his name is Spence. Okay, he didn't murder me. All right, cool. So Moxie Fox didn't get murdered, but if she did, it would have been by a guy named Spence. So that's something we know. But also, if you do, more helpful advice, if you do ever stop to help somebody and they say, hi, my name is Spence, you say, sorry, I've made a terrible mistake, and you get out of there. You get out of there. You don't trust anybody named Spence. What the hell kind of name is Spence? Short for Spencer? I'll live with a Spencer, but a Spence on purpose? No, you introduce yourself as Spencer. Hey, my name is Spence. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's weird. Your name is Douche Magoo. You're a douche, dude. And I'll just put a little thicker outline on this. I kind of be done with it. The only other thing, I know I have some other notes over there on the table that I forgot to look at, but we'll save some for later. Because something else weird happened. Oh yeah, I forgot about that other thing. But I finally saw the end game. And I loved it. I loved the end game. Thanks, Space Goons. I wish the magic in her hands was a little more creepy and... But... didn't think far enough ahead. But anyway, yeah. Endgame was fantastic. Super recommended, especially if you saw... if you saw Infinity War, how could you not see Endgame? My only real issue, weird mind fart about like, what's happening right now? About that whole movie. And this won't spoil anything. This is the only thing I watched in the trailer. I didn't watch any of the trailers, nothing. I managed to not really spoil much for myself, except there was like 2 or 3 things that I'm like, oh, that would have been a great surprise. Ah, well, too late. Space Goonie picked this one today. While I was warming up the camera, warming up the gear, I said, "Hey, Space Goods, who am I drawing today?" And she always says Rainbow Bright for everything. But yeah, my only weird it's not anything. It's like it's an easily explainable thing. But yeah, I gotta color that in. Um, was Tony's helmet. All right, so it's not a spoiler. It's like the first thing in the movie, practically. Tony's like, hey, looking at, talking to, sending messages through his helmet that's like, kind of smashed apart and looking up at him. Which makes sense. It's like kind of like his computer at this point, right? It's all he has left of his suit. But and I'm sure Daryl's the only one on the channel right now who can chime in, understand, quell my rage, my nerd rage 9000. Is why was it a helmet? Why was it a helmet, Packard? Why was it still a helmet? In the last movie, in Infinity War, we established that Tony no longer has an Iron Man suit. A specific Iron Man suit. He is now wearing I don't know, a box of nanobots. And I automatically picture the Spider-Man, I can't remember which incarnation of it was, but the Spider-Man, did they do a 2099? I don't think they did. Cartoon where his costume and everything was nanobots. He would like open a little thing, and the little spiders would crawl over his body, and they would form the costume. And that's what Tony's wearing now in the movies. Fine with it. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. It allows Iron Man to be full blown magic in the Infinity War. And great. That's the only way you're dealing with any of this stuff is if you have a magic suit, and nanobots cover that. Now then, when your suit gets smashed to pieces, which that's not a thing anymore, but I'll let it happen for a minute, and then it's like, okay, maybe, he zapped enough things, he hit you hard enough that enough of those bots have been destroyed and they're not remaking themselves as fast right now. But that's kind of their thing. Based on, Michael Crichton books and some other, comics and whatever that have nanobots, Ninja Turtles probably, is that each nanobot is either doing a job or it's like constructing another nanobot out of stuff in the air and elements, whatever. So that there's always that's why after he gets a bunch of the costumes smashed to pieces, more of it can morph back into place, or he can make a bigger thing. If there's a finite amount of nanobots, then his ability to make big weapons and shields and other things pop out, negated, can't do it. So if that's what he's doing, then after Thanos is gone, after everything is settled, I'm pretty sure it's probably partially solar powered, or he's got some other power things. He should, within a certain amount of time, start to be able to regenerate more suit. 1. 2, if he can't, if it is that's it, that's my finite amount of nanobots, you still have that amount of nanobots. Why would you still, why would they still be in helmet form? Why wouldn't they go into a more compact form, conducive to recording messages? Why wouldn't it go into into a little phone? Why wouldn't it turn into a phone? Why doesn't a suit turn into a phone after the fact? Why, whatever. Why is there a little bit of helmet left? And why is it still shaped like a helmet? Why is it not a full helmet now? Or, I don't know. And again, I know why. It's for these shots. It's to make it look good. It's the same reason I draw things however I draw them. It's because, this is the way I think it will look good in this way. And, movies are all about that. But from a, nerd logic standpoint, I get caught up on the fact that it was you just spent 17 hours of this last movie showing me that the suit is basically alive. And now that it's dead, why is it, if it's still working at all to send messages through subspace, then it still has enough power to, I don't know, become a... You're telling me he just flew into space. He doesn't have oxygen tanks, so it's got some sort of oxygen making technology as well. So turn it into a breathing thing. I don't know. That was, my only real qualm with the movie. And this is, I guess, a spoiler, but I'll say it as cody as possible. Having a certain person use his instant kill mode on purpose, even though, yes, it's space monsters and whatever, there's still one person in that universe that I can't have him using instant kill modes. Just can't. And again, 100% makes sense within this what was happening in the movie. Let's use that. No. Yeah. But still, little things, tiny little things that don't matter. I don't know if they show the Hulk at all in any of the trailers now. I don't know if anybody's seen that, but in comic book form, there was a time when that was my favorite version of the Hulk. Was that version of the Hulk, and I just thought it was cool. I thought it was really cool. He would like bandage himself up and go from town to town, getting weird jobs, trying not to get found out instead of being a maniac. But again, the only other thing in that is why are you wearing glasses? Why are you wearing glasses? You have a healing factor. There's no need for you don't need to be wearing glasses. Why are you wearing glasses? Your eyes should be fine. Superpowers. Anyway, I'll let the movie be out for a while. I still have two other things that don't happen until the very end of the movie. That, again, not a problem. Just, hey, I know this is continuity, but I never thought of it before until right now and realized, no, you don't have superpowers. You shouldn't do that. And I'm not talking about Black Widow or Clint. Anyway, I don't know how long I've been doing this for. Oh my god, it's the middle of the night. I gotta go walking in my sleep. Through the middle of the whatever. Anyway, this has been Rainbow Bright. Madness and fun. Thanks for the new follows and subscribes. As always, every Tuesday we'll draw something weird. Next week, if Packroyd is around, I'll probably do whatever his suggestion is. I almost feel like this one isn't creepy enough still. And then we'll play some games if I don't talk too long and forget what we're doing here. But that's the other thing, along with the getting a new chair, setting this all up. Once I got the chair in here, I rewired everything. I moved everything so I don't have plugs and cables everywhere. And I figured I might as well, let's put the Nintendo in here, and that way I can just stream and make up Nintendo songs all day long, which I did, at least for an hour or two, because as far as my original plan, like streaming from the living room, I'm not going to do it. It's just too much effort to set things up, and it's too late. I'm like, ugh, my urge to play Nintendo is gone now. Like I'm in stream mode, and I don't want to, whatever. So now I can just like basically a few plugs, and I'm in. And I let Major Penguin be on camera instead of me. And oh yeah, you're over here. So those will just be random I don't know, maybe mostly Saturday mornings, I'm thinking, is when I usually have the urge to play video games, Saturday and Sunday mornings, but I'll probably do some evening ones now. And that's about it. That's about it. Like I said, the weird side story of ran into the people that were moving in. Like I said, there was a crazy lady blocking the driveway. She blocked it again. Guy was like moving my ex in. And the other day they were moving in again. And I was like, hey, wait a second. I was like, do you know Jeff the lawyer? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, you're like the handyman guy that was like helping out with the arcade. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, and the ex, and I forgot who I was talking to. And I'm just like, oh, and you're the girlfriend that we went and picked you up to bring you to the thing. And I'm just like, and now you're not, and I don't know what's going on. But, so anyway, that was that. Kevin Bacon, 7 Degrees of furniture adventure that day. And anyway, like I said, I'm sure I have some other things to say, but it's gotten quite late. Ripple, let's roll those sweet credits, and we'll come back next week. Goodbye, everybody. Mr. Penguin, you gonna just angry stares. That's all he's got. That's all he's got. It's been a good night. Do some drawings and some talking about dead cats and old friends and trends. Rainbow Bright action figures are available in the lobby. Don't forget to go to deliciousthingsgrownups.com. We have sexy dinosaur books, poetry books, and of course, you can commission art if you like. Podcasts. And Instagram. Most importantly, Instagram is my favorite place. Follow me. And you can look at the things that I draw on stream. And vice versa. It's raining real hard.